Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. It's a Monday, and we are back at it. The conversation today is going to be a message to millennials, but everybody listening, regardless of age and stage of life, will dramatically benefit. It just so happens that millennials are in the prime era to really take advantage of these few tips I'm going to lay out for you here. What's up, Zach C? Good to see you, my man. You like that workout? I'll talk about that in a minute. So, what is a millennial first and foremost? Millennials get a lot of bad press lately. A lot of bad press in that the general stereotype of millennials is that they are a part of the participation ribbon generation. They have not had to work as hard because their parents and society has made the world too easy for them, turning them into these soft little adult children. Now, I don't believe that because I'm around millennials all the time through work and through fitness and through health and all the things that I do. I work with everybody. Millennials are no different than anybody else, but there are a set of unique paradigms that the millennials have adopted in general. Obviously, specifically, we're all different. And those are the areas I want to discuss to help the millennials get out of the way of the programming that they have been victims of from society. Now, it is true. Millennials have been the victims of the participation ribbon generation. Now, I'm a Generation Xer. So I came just before the millennials. I just missed out on the cutoff to be a millennial. I was born in the late 70s. Millennials were born in the early 80s through the late 90s, right? So as a Gen Xer, I've been where you were, and I've had the benefit of a different upbringing, a different childhood, a little harder, a little more harsh, and of course, independently, dramatically harder for myself than my peers, but as a group is what we're talking. So, in the participation ribbon generation, and that is not a criticism of millennials. You had no say in the matter. You were a victim of this. This was imposed upon you by your parents and your friend or the friends of your parents, by society, by culture. Here in America, Lord knows, we're always looking for things to fix. We're looking for problems to solve. And in many ways, we create problems. And I think that's what happened to a lot of the millennials out there. No fault of your own, you were put in the position to believe the false concept that you deserve something you didn't earn. You will gain benefit by simply being alive, that you are entitled to be successful. And that's not true. Now, my generation learned that. The generation before me really learned that. And as we go back to our grandparents, my grandparents are of the Depression era. And World War, One, World War II era. My parents were of the Vietnam, Korea era. I was of the Persian Gulf era. And millennials don't really have a lot of that identifying world strife or conflict. Now, not that there isn't strife or conflict in the world, and stick with me here for a minute. Millennials born in the early 80s through, late 90s, many of which don't have much recollection of 9/11, or they were children, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe, and they have a peripheral memory of it, but not much else. So, as we sit in today in modern society, which is a shit show, to be honest with you, I don't recall any time in my lifetime that society as a whole was any more decadent than it currently is. And I think that's the nature of culture is decadence. It's not evolution. Culture declines in time. We look at any great dynasty, any great empire, any great civilization, and as we look around the world, will realize they all decline. So here the United States were what, 200, 300 or so years old. And the United States is the world leader. We are a superpower. Though we're one of the youngest first world civilizations on the planet. You would think that the other great civilizations of the world would have such a leg up on us, that they would be so far advanced if they continued to evolve. But they didn't. They declined. And that is embodied with the thought process behind those who created the participation ribbon generation. Now, millennials, my friends, this video is to help you avoid the trap of what your parents have done to you. Now, love your parents. They're great. They did it with love, but they didn't understand. What my tip to you, what my message to you, millennials, is you have every opportunity to succeed. You have everything you need to be infinitely more successful than you even thought possible. Now, most millennials are victims also of what I call the Zuckerberg effect. Many of the millennials that I've come in contact with believe they're going to start their own business. They're going to write some sort of code. They're going to take part in some sort of market disruptor, and they're going to get a check for $1 million, $100 million, $1 billion, and they're going to be rich beyond their wildest dreams in a short period of time. And what do they do as a result? They live their life as if they're entitled to success, and they don't put in the necessary work in order to create that success. They don't go about the habit of swinging the axe every day. Now, when I say the Zuckerberg effect, most people don't know that Mark Zuckerberg ruined his life to become who he is. Mark Zuckerberg ruined the lives of many people around him in order to achieve what he has achieved. Mark Zuckerberg spent countless years toiling away in silence, in seclusion, in poverty, on the chance that he might be successful. And he was successful. But is that success worth it to him is a different conversation. But what about all of those who aspired over the last 20 years to do what Zuckerberg has done, and they failed dramatically? This is the hedge, and this is the issue that we need to discuss. So, those of you millennials right now working your plan to be an infinite success, continue. Devote your life to it. Allocate every necessary resource to do it, and don't give up. Change the world. Disrupt the markets. Be the next Zuckerberg. But you must also hedge for the future. And what does that mean? That means that you must save your money immediately. You must become Scrooge McDuck with the way you save, protect, and invest your money. All of grandma's birthday cards and all of Aunt so-and-so's little $5 bills, every tip you get from being a barista or a waiter or whatever else, you need to sock that away and save that. You need to build a war chest for older you. So millennials right now, and those of the millennials I'm talking to, you're somewhere in your early 20s to early 30s, give or take. There's a lot of life ahead of you, and your life is just starting. Might not feel like it, but your life is just starting. You're not even through the first third of your life, and the first third of your life is a mess, right? I mean, you were in diapers for 3-4 years of it, pissing your bed for another 3 or 4 years of it, getting told what to do, what to eat, how to dress for over a decade. Told when to show up, when to sit down, when to raise your hand, when to walk to another class, when to open your books, when to close your book for nearly 2 decades. So right now, you are just getting started with your life. My strongest suggestion to you is you must be scheduled, you must be organized, and you must earn. You must earn. Every dollar you can earn and save right now will come back to you 20-fold, 30-fold as you get older. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to invest. I'll give you some best practices. 10% of all you earn is yours to keep. That comes from The Richest Man in Babylon. I suggest you read that book. A minimum of 10% of all you earn is yours to keep. Not save and spend on vacation, not blow at the bar with your friends, to keep, to never touch, to put to work to you for you, to grow for decades. Those millennials who hear this, those millennials who do this, by the time you get to your 40s, you won't have to be Zuckerberg in order to be successful. You won't have to worry about paying mortgages or going on vacation. You won't have to worry about any of that. You will have established a habit of success that's far more beneficial than cracking the code to a social network. For every Zuckerberg, for every Elon Musk, there's 100 million people who failed. Hundreds of millions of people have attempted and tried. And for whatever reason, lack of talent, lack of dedication, lack of proximity, lack of opportunity, lack of luck, it didn't happen. Not that yours won't, but if yours does, will it be a detriment to also have been saving in earnest since your mid-teens, early 20s, late 20s, all the way through? And the last piece is your fitness. I know this is where a lot of millennials struggle. You're the Pop-Tart, the pizza roll generation, the Happy Meal generation. And again, it's your parents' fault. I'm not mad at you. Just so you know, I think the millennials are next. You guys got to take the baton. You got to steer this ship in the right direction. But that's not the direction we're currently going. So this message is very much a plea. You guys need to shake the chains that your parents and society have imposed upon you, forcing you to believe false paradigms that will not be successful. They will not be beneficial. So If you're in your mid late 20s and still living in your parents' house, you better have tens of thousands of dollars saved up in the bank, ready to launch. If you're just sitting there meandering in your late 20s, early 30s, buried in debt, credit card debt, car debt, school debt, family debt, you need to get the fuck to work. You need to work 2 and 3 jobs and dig yourself out and get yourself out and get to ground zero and break free and rent a shitty little studio apartment for yourself and gain some independence. Buy your own toilet paper, buy your own toothpaste, set a budget for yourself. Wake up in the morning, set your goals, go for a run, do some push-ups, work your ass off 10, 12 hours a day. Rinse and repeat. You see, that's what your 20s are for. 20s and 30s, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the most important part about what I'm going to say. Your 20s and 30s are about working your fucking ass off. When you're young, when you're vibrant, it's about working your fucking ass off and saving and investing everything you earn. I don't care if you're pumping gas. I don't care if you're a mid-level corporate cog. I don't care what you do, but whatever you're doing, you work your fucking ass off at it. You make as much money as you can and you save that money. Don't you touch, don't you spend that money. Don't you give that money back. Keep it, grow it. Let that money start to earn more money for you. And the money that your money earns, that's the money that you spend. You don't spend your principal. You don't ever spend your principal. So those millennials who stayed here to 16, almost 17 minutes, and if you've listened, you've just turned yourself into a multimillionaire by the time you're 40. Now, saving, $100 a week, you can't save $100 a week, $5,000 a year, you can't do that. And that's the fucking minimum. Let me tell you, when I say 10%, I was saving like 60%. I was saving everything. I was driving $200 cars. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. When everybody else, I look at someone roll up in a nice car, I'd be like, that's an $800 a month car payment. Dumb motherfucker. Dumb. $200 a week. Are you fucking kidding me? 10 grand a year you're spending to drive that fucking car that's going to get you to the same place it's going to get me. Now, that was in my 20s and 30s. Now I buy whatever car I want for cash anytime I want. I don't care. That's the place you want to get to. Those fools that used to roll up 28, 32, 35 years old in their leased car, they're still driving leased cars. They don't own shit except piles and piles and piles of bills. That's all they own. So millennials, listen to your Uncle Mike here. Listen to your Uncle Mike. I'm trying to help you. I'm steering you in the right direction. Let me answer some questions before I get out of here. And also, guys and gals, we just launched the 20-Minute Fitness Network. I will leave a link below this video, but you can type in 20-Minute Fitness Mike Dolce in your search bar. This is a completely free, brand new YouTube channel where you can work out with me every single day. 20 minutes per day is all you have to commit. 20 minutes a day. Do it first thing in the morning with me every day, Monday through Friday. There will be a new video for you. You will train with me for free. As long as you subscribe to the channel, you will train with me for free every single day, and I will get you in the best shape of your life. I don't care. I don't care what your background is. I don't care what your goals are. If you are a pro athlete or if you've never trained before, you can work out with me in the privacy of your own home on the 20-Minute Fitness Network. Remember, in your Google or YouTube search bar, type in 20-Minute Fitness Mike Dolce, and you'll see it pop up. Zach C. F you, Zach C. Jet Set. Happy New Year, you too. Zach C. says, Tony Ferguson is the type of guy that would ankle pick his own son when he was trying to take his first steps. That's awesome. That's funny. Nicolay. Hello, Nicolay. Good to see you. Sophie. F you, Sophie. Ben Boyer. What's up, Ben? Zach, wanted a realistic financial goal if I wanted to be a Dolce diet coach as a side gig. I have a bunch of motherfuckers asking, "What do you eat, bro?" That I want to help, but not always for free. I have a 100K job, so quitting the job is not an option right now. It's not an option right now, but it would be if you became, let's say, and I'll speak about one of our certified coaches from our very last event. 2 months after our event, Zach, she contacted me and said she earned 5 figures that month as a certified Dolce diet coach. 5 figures, right? So let's say 5 figures is 10 grand. She just made $10,000 as a certified Dolce diet fitness coach in a month. Who doesn't want an extra 10 grand as a side gig? Let's say you do half that. That's 60K a year is half that. Right now, Zach, she's on pace to earn exactly what you earn. And this is a side gig. Now, we have some coaches. I'd say the average coach probably makes about 2 grand per month, part time. We have some, and I have had some coaches who have quit their full-time jobs because they were making so much money as a Dolce diet certified coach. That's up to you. I'm not telling anybody to quit their job, but we have set this system up for you to succeed. I want you guys to be, I want everybody, every motherfucker listening to me right now, I want you to be millionaires. I don't care what you do, what your jobs are. I want you to be fucking millionaires. I want you to have so much money that you don't have to worry about money anymore. So you can then start to focus on helping people. That's what it's about. If you're always worried about making money, you're not worried about helping anybody, right? If you start to focus on helping people, or if you have the money taken care of, well, then you don't have to worry about the money anymore. So we've set up the Dolce Diet certification program. Once you become a DDC, a Dolce Diet certified coach, you have multiple ways in order to earn income. And that's really, and I also teach you. So it's funny, we get some people who come here, they want to learn about nutrition. They're super stoked to be a part of it, whatever, hang out for 3 days and just get super motivated. We get a lot of entrepreneurs who come here. They go back to their real businesses, which isn't fitness related, and they crush it because we teach you best practices of being successful. So, Zach, realistic goal, I'd say realistic goal. Put it this way. I'm disappointed in any of our coaches who don't earn 2 grand per month, which means they're not actively pursuing growth. That's what it means. 2 grand per month is, 1.5 new clients per week for them. If you can't find 1.5 new clients per week, it's a hobby, and that's cool too. I mean, if you only make 1 grand a month, I'm not mad about that. Shit. Take the family to Disney World. Brandon, I'm still reestablishing myself after being stupid when I was younger and started over a couple times. 45 years old. Is 10% still going to work? Brandon, 10% is the minimum, my friend. 10% is the minimum. 10%. And what I do, I say it's of gross earnings, not of net, of gross, because you can net your way down to a deficit, to a loss. 10% of growth. So let's say you're earning $50,000 per year. You must be saving at least $100 a week. 5 grand per year, at least minimum. What I would do personally, probably if I'm you, Brandon, I would probably throw that into a Roth IRA where you can invest $5,500 that will grow tax-free to the age of retirement, 59 and a half, to which you could start to withdraw that. You're 45 right now. I would let that soak a lot longer, but it's tax-free growth. That's what I would personally do. And these are some of the investment things that I do. And I speak about that, quite a bit. We utilize a Roth 401k through our business here. My wife and I, we partake in what's known as a backdoor Roth IRA, which is a little bit different. You need to work with an accountant through that. It's based upon income limits and such. So we really go above and beyond for our retirement investment. And then our non-retirement money is also retirement minded. And what do? We put that money into high interest bearing savings accounts until we have just enough money to purchase pieces of property. Those investment properties also become part of our a retirement, part of our legacy, what we can leave on to our children. But those properties cash flow. And that's really the goal. I'm looking to buy, 100 to $200,000 single family properties that I can throw tenants in there consistently that'll cash flow 1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month, and the principal appreciates. That's the mentality that we use, and it's very successful. Brian, greetings from SoCal. Happy New Year. Thoughts on 401k plan? Brian, we have a 401k here. We actually have, through the Dolce diet, through our system, we have, or through our company, we have a company 401 Roth 401k, and we provide a 5% company match to our employees. So 401k plan, a Roth 401k plan. In a 401k plan in 2009, was it 2019, 2020, you can actually invest $19,000 per individual. So each person can invest $19,000. If you're married, that's $38,000 per year. That will grow completely tax free. And you know what? Let me, as I'm sitting here talking to you right now, let me just, if you guys care, let me give you a little bit of the math on this so you can really understand what I'm talking about. Let's use a millennial right now who's 25 years old. They want to retire at, let's say, 65 years old, which is the average retirement age. And let's say they have $0 right now saved for retirement. They're going to put let's say $500 a month into their Roth 401k account, and their average rate of return, let's say, is 10%, which is really, it's just matching the S&P 500. So right here, 25 years, you're 25 years old right now. You're 25 years old right now. You want to retire at 65. Most of you, your parents are still working past 65. You're only contributing $500 per month, $125 per week. When you retire, you have $3.1 million. $3.1 million waiting for you. Now, let's say you want to get a little froggy now. Let's say instead of $500, you know what? Let's say I'm going to go fucking hog wild. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to throw $1,000 per month. Now, remember, Roth 401k, you can put in $19,000. I'll get there in a second. But let's just say, for simple math, I'm going to put $1,000 per month in, $250 a week. I have $6.3 million waiting for me at retirement. How many of you have parents who are in their 60s? How many of your parents have $6.3 million sitting in their retirement account, just waiting to be spent? Guess what? About probably 5 million of that will be given to you. Isn't that crazy? Now, here's the interesting thing. If you have, let's say, this $6.3 million sitting in your Roth account, that $6.3 million, if you don't put a single dollar in ever again, that $6.3 million will be growing at 10% a year thereafter, which means you're going to have a livable wage of $600,000 per year. Heck, cut that in half, $300,000 per year. That's going to be your annual income not working ever again. Are you kidding me? But let's say, what is it? $2,000, 24, $1,500. Let's say $1,500 per month you want to put in. All right, putting in $1,500 a month from 25 to 65, you have $9.5 million waiting for you in the bank. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's the simplest form of it, guys and gals, and that's real numbers. That's how it works. So hopefully that helps, Brian. KG, what's up? Angel, what's up? Boom, F you. Smash that like button. Richest man in Babylon. Let's get, that's right. And everybody smash that like button if you have not. You haven't hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. Sam C, hey, Mike, started living lean 8-week, looking the bulk, loving the amount of times I get to eat. I hope I have yogurt almost every night, though. Is that too much dairy? What's up to you? Everyone is a little bit different. So I'll have dairy. I'll have yogurt like twice a week. But yeah, I know some people that eat it all the time. Mr. Mia, hola, coach. Any investment tips? Yeah, I would, and I do. I invest heavily in the S&P 500. S&P 500. Let's see if I have. Let's see if I can help you guys here. Let me see. And again, I am not a financial professional. Do what you do. Blah blah blah. Don't, I'm not. giving you, this is not financial advice. This is just what I do. All right. So if you wanted to right now, you can do this. You can go to, and I'm putting this in the link. You guys can check it out. You can use it or not use it, doesn't matter. So right now, I just put in, it'll say Robinhood link, Robinhood link. I use Robinhood. Robinhood is awesome. Robinhood is amazing. I will use Robinhood to buy specific stocks and or mutual funds. Me personally, one of my favorite mutual funds is the Vanguard S&P 500 index fund called VOO. VOO. And if you could see the amount of money that this has made me, also, I mean, for whatever it's worth, I'm not a huge single stock fan, but I did buy Tesla below 200. Not bad, not bad. But I put that link down there for Robinhood. Now, here's the thing. If you click on that link to Robinhood, and if you join, you will get a free stock. Free stock. I will also, full disclosure, get a free stock as a referring agent. I don't care. If you do it, cool. If you don't, cool. Either way. But it's literally what I use. I'm looking at my Robinhood account right now, and my Vanguard is crushing it at the moment. That's something, VOO, that's something I use. Again, speak with a financial professional. Don't make any investments based upon the information I'm giving you right now. I'm just a dude in a black hat, just answering questions here for you. Sam C. Also, Mike, I have an upper body session tomorrow, followed straight after by light jiu-jitsu class for 45 minutes. Would you have a shake after or both? Or just one at the end of my jiu-jitsu? I would have a shake after both. I would be exhausted. Buddies, hello, sir. Is it okay to have a cup of green tea with sugar alongside following the Dolce diet principles? I would take the sugar out or put in some raw local honey. Sophie, hey, Dolce. My brother is interested in starting boxing. He's 18 years old. I want to surprise him with some lessons, but I want to make sure he is trained by a good coach in Pittsburgh. Any recommendations? I don't know any coaches as I sit here right now in Pittsburgh, though I know there's some great ones for sure. I would suggest you check out Dwayne Bang Ludwig. Bang Muay Thai, Ludwig Martial Arts. Dwayne Bang Ludwig is one of the greatest striking coaches on the planet. Multi-time world champion, coaches some of the world's greatest fighters. Dwayne actually has a certification system to which you might be able to find a Bang Muay Thai certified coach in Pittsburgh. That would be my strongest recommendation. If that were my brother, if that were my sister, if that were my child, if that were my friend, if that were my family, that's exactly what I would look for. I would look for a Bang Muay Thai certified coach. So Sophie, I hope that helps. Zach C, thank you for the $2 super chat donation. You are awesome. Any good slow cooker recipes? FBJ. We do, but Brandy is the queen of the slow cooker. I am horrible with that. I've actually never used a slow cooker. I'll pull some recipes though. I know we have them on the .com, the dolcediet.com, or our membership site, our weight loss site, 4-week and 12-week weight loss programs. For anyone who cares, go to the dolcediet.com. It's awesome. Marcos, FU Dolce just finished 3 weeks of show yesterday and started the 20-minute fitness today. Awesome. Well, guys and gals, if you are following the 20-Minute Fitness Network, let me put that link. Can I put that link down there? I will actually put this link down there in the chat right now for you, so you have access to that 20-Minute Fitness Network. Boom, there you go. So I also just put the 20-Minute Fitness Network into the super chat. Feel free to click on that, take a look. If you want to subscribe, work out with me. Every single day there will be a new workout for you. Every single day I need 20 minutes a day, and you can train with me. 4-time world MMA trainer of the year. Come on, I'm on the cover of Men's Fitness magazine. Look at all these amazing athletes who pay me big money to get them in amazing shape. Now you can train with me for free in the privacy of your own home. That's the beauty of in the privacy of your own home, you can get in amazing shape. And don't worry, if you do CrossFit, you do MMA, you do something else later in the day, awesome. Do that too. I will build you. Trust me when I tell you, I will get you in the best shape of your life completely for free. The only thing I ask, subscribe to the channel and engage with it. That's all I want you to do. All right, guys and gals, it's time for me to go. I appreciate you being here. Millennials, save that money. Work hard, millennials. Change the world for us, please. Please, millennials, we need you rich. We need you fit. We need you mentally strong. We need you focused on changing the world for the better. All right, guys and gals, until next time, boom.